Hello children, today in this video we'll learn about how does food get spoiled, and we'll also learn about how we can enjoy some food items throughout the year. Neetu, Aman and Preeti are in the same class. One day, while they were having food during the break time, the three of them opened their lunch boxes. Neetu had brought potato sabji in her lunchbox. Aman had brought meathi puri in his lunchbox, whereas Preeti had brought bhindi sabji in her lunchbox. As they were about to have their food, Aman told Neetu that her potato sabji is spoiled. So, Aman and Preeti told Neetu not to eat the potato sabji, and Preeti offered her bhindi sabji to eat. So children, do you know how did Aman know that potato sabji had got spoiled? Yes, he came to know this from its smell. And Preeti told Neetu not to eat the potato sabji. What would have happened if she had eaten it? Yes, she might have fallen ill. Food spoilage is the process of change in the physical and chemical properties of the food so that it becomes unfit for consumption. Indicators of spoiled food are change in the original texture or color of the food, change in the original flavor or smell of the food, change in the original taste of the food, and the spongy growth of microorganisms which develop on foodstuff. Food spoilage is any undesired change in the natural color, taste, or texture of food items that makes it unfit for consumption because it has lost its quality and nutritional value. It is different from food wastage. Food waste is food fit for consumption, but it does not get eaten and is thrown out. We can prevent food wastage by adopting certain measures, like by buying what we need, by reading all the details whenever buying any packet of food items from the market, by using what we have, by avoiding serving too much, by preserving the food item from microbial growth, and by sharing the excess of food with others who need it. Aman's Biji went to the market to buy bread. The shop was very crowded. The shopkeeper picked up a packet of bread and gave it to Biji. She looked at it and returned it immediately. Now, look at the picture of the bread packet here and guess why Biji returned it. How did she find that the bread had got spoiled? Yes, we can clearly see the green spots on the bread slices in the picture. This change in color is an indication that bread has got spoiled. Thus, Biji would have observed these green spots and returned it to the shopkeeper. Now, let us perform an experiment to show how does food get spoiled. Let us take a piece of bread or roti, sprinkle a few drops of water on it, and put it in a box. Close the box. See the bread or roti every day until you find some changes on it. We'll find some greenish, black, yellowish, velvet-like growth on bread with stinking smell after few days. These changes occurred because of rotting of bread. The spores of fungus are present in the air. When they get a moist surface and food, they begin to grow. Some food items spoil soon, whereas some of them stay good for a very long time. Most of the cooked food like dal, roti, milk, etc. get spoiled in 2-3 days. Most of the food items like raw vegetables and fruits get spoiled in a week. And food items like dry grains, rice flour, pulses, spices, ghee, pickles can last a month or more than a month. Every food item has a shelf life before which it has to be consumed. Look carefully at the food package shown here. From what is written on the packet, we get to know the following things. When we buy anything from the market, we generally look for these specifications like weight, batch or lot number, ingredients, maximum retail price or MRP in short, nutritional value, manufacturing date, expiry date, and name of the manufacturing company. Various factors affect the taste, smell, and appearance of a food product and thus cause food to spoil. These factors include microbes like fungi and bacteria, insects, chemical changes, temperature, and moisture. If cooked food is kept in open, it spoils very quickly. If milk is not boiled properly, it turns sour. If green vegetables are kept in hot and humid places, then they remain no longer fresh. Similarly, if pickles are not protected against moisture, they tend to develop microbial growth and hence get spoiled. We also see that the food spoils quickly in summer season having high temperature condition and rainy season having high moisture condition. Food preservation is the process of treating and handling food with an aim to stop or slow down its spoilage while maintaining its nutritional value, texture, and flavor. Food preservation methods either kill microbes or prevent their growth. Most of our important daily food like meat, eggs, fish, milk, vegetables, and fruits spoil readily unless special preservative methods are used. Salt, sugar, jaggery, and oil help in preventing the growth of bacteria and fungi. Drying removes the moisture and prevents the growth of fungi. There are various methods of food preservation. Let us talk about them one by one. Dehydration. It is a method of preserving food by drying under the sun. Drying or dehydration is an ideal process applicable to all food materials such as fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, milk, meat, fish, etc. to remove the moisture content. Pickling. It is a method of preserving food by adding excess of salt and oil. Pickles are made of vegetables and fruits like raw mango, amla, chili, lemon, jackfruit, carrot, radish, etc. by adding salt, oil, vinegar and spices to preserve them for long. Refrigerating is a method of preserving food by keeping it under low temperature. It takes food much longer, perhaps a week or two rather than half a day to spoil. Deep freezing is a method of preserving food by keeping it under very low temperature. It stops bacterial action altogether. Refrigeration and freezing are used on almost all food like meats, fruits, vegetables, and beverages. Canning and bottling. A method of preserving food by applying heat to food that is sealed in a jar. Food contents like fruits, vegetables, meat, seafood, jam, jellies, pickles can be processed, canned, and sealed in an airtight containers. Let us talk about some food items and some simple methods by which these could be kept fresh for a longer period of time. For example, we can prevent the spoilage of cooked rice by putting it in a bowl and keeping the bowl in a container with some water. We can keep green coriander fresh for long by wrapping in a damp cloth. We can preserve milk by boiling it. Onions and garlics can be kept in dry open place to prevent the spoilage. Vegetables can be canned and bottled by making chutneys or pickles. We can store fish, meat for a longer time after salting and drying them. Fruits can be kept in well-dried, airtight containers after making jams and jellies. By preserving food, you not only can store the food safely for a long time, but you can also improve its taste, texture, and color. So, food preservation is a process in which shelf life of food product is increased, food products last for a long period of time, food and vegetables are prevented from getting spoiled, the color, taste, and nutritive value of the food is also preserved. To enjoy fresh mangoes and other fruits and vegetables all the year round, we make different items like pickle, aam papad, chutney, badiya, sauce, chikki, murabba, chips, etc. Chitti Babu and Chinna Babu live in Atrepuram town in Andhra Pradesh. The brothers spend the summer holidays playing in the mango garden when the trees are full of fruits. They also like to eat unripe mangoes with salt and chili powder. At home, their mother cooks unripe mangoes in different ways. She makes many kinds of mango pickles. The pickles last through the year until the next mango season. One evening, while having food, Chinna Babu asked, "Amma, we have so many mangoes. Make some Mamidi tandra or aam papad from them." Their father said, "Making Mamidi tandra needs 4 weeks of hard work. If you both promise to help us every day for the next 4 weeks, we can together make the Mamidi tandra or the aam papad." Both the brothers quickly agreed to help. The next day, both the children went to the market with their father. They bought a mat woven from the leaves of a palm tree, poles of casuarina tree, strings made of coconut husk, some jaggery, and sugar. Amma found a sunny place in the backyard. Both the brothers made a high platform by using poles. They spread out and tied the mat on that platform. Next day, Appa chose and peeled the most ripe mangoes. They took out the mango pulp into a large pot. Then they strained the pulp through a fine muslin cloth to remove the fibers from the pulp. Then Chitti Babu crushed the gur till there were no lumps. They added sugar and jaggery in equal amounts to the pulp. Chinna Babu makes the jaggery and sugar well with a big spoon. Amma then spread this pulp into a thin layer over the mat. The thin layer was left to dry in the sun. In the evening, they covered the mat with a clean sari to avoid any dust. The next day, they again took out some mango pulp. They added jaggery and sugar into the pulp. Then they spread the pulp over the previous day's layer. This work was given to both the brothers. Both of them together spread many layers over it. For the next 4 weeks, they hoped that it would not rain. For 4 weeks, they added layer after layer until the jelly grew 4 centimeters thick and looked like a golden cake. After some days, Amma said, "The Mamidi tandra is ready. We can take it out and cut it into small pieces tomorrow." The next day, the mat was brought down from the platform. Mamidi tandra was cut into smaller pieces. The brothers tasted it. It was tasty. Chinna Babu said, "Wow, how tasty! After all, we have also helped in making it." Finally, let us summarize what we have learned in this video. Food which is not fit for eating is called spoiled food. Factors which are affecting the spoilage of food are temperature, chemical changes, microbes, moisture, and insects. We can preserve the spoilage of food by various methods like sun drying, pickling, refrigeration, and canning.